Welcome to another edition of The Word on Woodward. I'm Daniella Bruce alongside Art Regner, and joining us today, Red Wings forward Mitchell Stevens. Mitchell, we're so excited to talk to you and excited to see you back on the ice, too.
Yeah, it's exciting for me to be back, too. Thanks for having me.
It's been 55 games, or it was 55 games before you returned to the ice with your teammates. Notched an assist in that game. What was it like to get back to it?
It was awesome. I mean, to go through the long rehab that I went through and, just have all the guys' support, going through it and then come back and play. And it was exciting, a little nerve-wracking getting back into action, but I thought it went well.
Can you explain, because I don't think a lot of fans are aware. I mean, you're a Red Wing, certainly. You're part of the team. But most of the time, injured guys, not that you have like the plague but you're cast aside, but you spend a lot of time with the other injured players or by yourself. How difficult is that when you want to be out on the ice, yet because you're hurt, you're not? Do you feel part of the team? Are you welcome, or how does that whole rehab thing kind of go? Not that, hey, I hear you're a great guy in the room. I hear he's a great guy in the room. Everyone says Mitchell Stevens, top-notch guy. But with that said, no, seriously though, I mean, how difficult is that for you, especially being on a new team?
Yeah, it's a challenge. With any injury, there's the roller coasters, ups and downs. But for me, it was, coming into a new team, I wanted to be a part of it, and then you get injured. And so I did, my best to stay a part of the day-to-day stuff. I'm always at the rink every day with the guys, and, it kind of helped with Jake and Troy being, with me pretty much through the entire injury too, right? So we leaned on each other, and, those dark days where it's a bit of a grind. And, for me, I still felt a part of the team, along the way.
So there's no truth to the rumor that you had a name tag, hello, my name is Mitchell, you had to wear it for 2 months?
No.
All right, good. Let's clear that up. Vicious rumor.
Jeff Blashill was asked this question, and I thought it was an interesting perspective that he had, and I wanted to know how you felt about it. He was asked how important it was for you to get into some games this season, because coming back with, a dozen games left could be difficult. What did it mean to you to make sure that you played to finish out this season?
Well, it's everything. That's why we play the sport that we love. We play this to play games and to get in the lineup and to help the team win. For me, it's 55 games. You want to get in for those, however many games you can, and prove to yourself and prove to the guys in the room that you want to be a part of, this team long term, and you want to help the team, win every night.
When you were acquired, you're center, you're a right-handed shot. I think besides Sam Gagne, we're the only other right-handed shot on the team. Good on face-offs. I would imagine coming to Detroit, especially with Steve, who's very familiar with you, that you probably felt, wow, nothing against Tampa, you're winning cups down there, but I've got a really good opportunity and start here. Can you talk about yourself as a player? Because unfortunately, we haven't seen you in only, 12 games or whatever it is right now.
Yeah, like you said, I wanted to come in and make an impact and, fight for an opportunity to play a bigger role, whether that's, bottom six, penalty killing, or whatever it may be. But for me, I just, my mindset is bring energy, bring speed, create chaos from the forecheck, and I thought I did that early in the season before I got injured, and I'm looking to do that these last 11, 10 games here.
What kind of discussions have you had with coaching staff, Steve, anybody in the management, of what your role actually is with the Red Wings and what they expect from you moving forward now that they didn't really get to see you for very much this season?
Well, I don't think it changes. I think, as you move on in your career, you sort of have an identity as a player. And for me, it's a high energy, defensive, two-way forward. And that doesn't change from the time that you're out to the time you're back in. So there's times in a season where there's ups and downs, and you might not have your best stuff, but as long as you're working and creating energy to help the team win, then you're doing your job.
Face-offs are important, as we know. Everybody wants to possess the puck, and I'm kind of obsessed with them myself. But I'm kind of curious, how often do you work on them? And have you talked to Chris Draper yet, who was a notorious cheater in the face-off circle. So has he been able to give you any tips?
Well, yeah, we work on it every day in practice. We watch video with LJ, the video coach, and I think there's the 4 or 5 of us every day that are taking face-offs, trying to learn different things or different tendencies, and just try to get better at it.
What's the key? How to winning a face-off? I
ask
mean, the drop the puck. I mean, it doesn't seem like it's really fair. I mean, doesn't a lot have to do with the linesman himself?
Yeah, offensive zones. If you're the defensive player, you go down first.
Right.
But there's a lot of guys that cheat.
Wait, what is cheating? What does cheating mean?
You sort of jump the puck.
Okay.
So you get in there first, crowd in the dot. There's different things that you could do. There's a lot of guys around the league that are really good at it that don't get caught. So it's just trying to find different tendencies that you're playing against different guys, what they do, if they're using their foot or straight backhand or different things like that. So, it's just trying to, be good in all those areas.
We're getting deep into the face-off talk here, but it's always been something that's interesting to me because it is so important and it's a split second. Does your strategy change based on who you're going up against in the dot? Like when Boston's in town, are you watching all of their centers and whoever you have to go up against, it changes your strategy?
Right, like Patrice Bergeron.
Yeah.
Like when you go in the circle with him, it's just like, just give him the puck, all right?
Yeah, he's made a living in the circle. He's unbelievable. But it really all depends if righty lefty.
Yeah.
Do different things with right-hand shots, left-handed shots. So
let me ask you this as well. The way the Red Wings season has gone these last few games, it can be tough, but the message has always been that there's always something to play for, right? What are you guys playing for?
Pride. It's the organization, the LH family. They've put so much into creating a culture here that you want to play for, and you're playing for the guy next to you. You're playing for yourself a little bit too, and ultimately you want the team to have success. And if the team has success, everyone has success. And it's unfortunate, the situation that we're at, but at the end of the day, it's you have to put in the work every day to come out and win hockey games, get better in practice, and create success for yourself and the guy next to you.
Speaking of winning and culture, you came from Tampa. You were part of 2 Stanley Cup teams. Steve obviously was the architect of that team. He's the architect of this current Red Wing team. It might be a little too early in the rebuild game, but do you see similarities between the Red Wings and the Tampa clubs that you came from?
Yeah, I mean, I got there, late in their sort of build
Right.
In Tampa, but there's a lot of, great young talent, in that locker room downstairs, and there's a lot of pieces that, you can build championships around. And for me, I'm excited to be here, and these last 10 games, I want to prove to those guys that I can be here and I can help them.
How do you keep yourself motivated when you want to play so badly, you want to make your mark with a new team, yet injury is preventing you?
Yeah, it was a challenge. Like I said, there in injuries, there's that roller coaster. There's ups and downs, but my biggest thing was control what I can control. I can control the way that I rehab the injury, or I can control my attitude towards it all. So for me, was to have a mindset every day and to come in and do something that could help me get back quicker, and whether that's in the gym or in the training room with Pete, Russ, Matt, all those guys, and put myself in a situation where when I am ready, I'm able to show that I can play at that pace and I can play a hard 60.
All right. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to join us. We appreciate it.
Awesome. Thanks.
And a big thank you to all of you for tuning in to another edition of The Word on Woodward. We'll see you next time.